Hello everyone and welcome back to Let's Play Super Paper Mario. I am Make400, and yeah, with Bowser on our team, nothing can stand in our way. But yeah, we are going to stop and stare at the ocean, which is our next area. The tile pool. This next area we'll be delving into is interesting to say the least. It's very short, actually, if I remember correctly. It's quite a short area. Bloops ahoy. Spoilers, or not spoilers, but guess what enemy we're going to be fighting in this area. And if you said bombs, you are horribly wrong. Speaking of bombs, in the latest Paper Mario 3DS video, they're revealed that there is a field of bombs similar to Wario's Battle Canyon or Bomb on Battle. Well, more like Wario's Battle Canyon than Bomb on Battlefield, but that's going to be in the new Paper Mario game, which is definitely at this point, which honestly was revealed when they had the partner and the battle system. But it is an RPG, unlike this game. I know at some point when this game was made, they mentioned that they might continue on with making it a platformer. Intelligent Systems at least said that, but they did go back to RPG, which I'm looking forward to. I mean, the whole style for the new game, it looks like a cross between, you know, TTUID and Paper Mario. It has the kind of look and feel that Paper Mario had in terms of, like, you know, being very carefree. Like, TTUID's environment was definitely more gritty looking, but it does have the art style, the look that TTUID had. Well, it has the look while having the feel of Paper Mario, if that makes any sense. Like, imagine Paper Mario's worlds done in TTYD, the art style of TTYD, and that's what you kind of get from Paper Mario, the 3DS version, which I'm looking forward to. I don't know how the 3D aspect is going to, you know, affect the game, but honestly, again, I am curious as to playing the 3DS and seeing how much the 3D aspect is going to be an aspect of the game, or if I'm just going to be like, oh, this is cool, but I don't necessarily need it. I do like the fact, again, that it's turned off, but again, I wonder if that's just going to make it a gimmick, or if it's just going to be, you can play it without it, but it's more enhanced with it. Which is what I feel like they present motion controls as, and I feel if a game can be played without motion controls and be exactly the same, like if motion controls don't really enhance anything, there's not really any reason to have motion controls. Like, for example, now I know some people cite this game as being a bad port, for example, and saying it's not a well-done one, but Okami, I feel, I can wrap my head around, but I feel as a PlayStation 2 game, the control scheme for having the brush just seems odd, and it seems like having the motion, the pointing, is a much better way of doing it. Now, you could say the port did a horrible job of doing that. Well, sure, I'm fine with saying that. I just think that the whole aspect of using motion control adds to the game, and it's not something that detracts from it, and again, it adds. Whereas in comparison, for example, as much as I say that Phantom Hourglass's controls for touchscreen are, decent, that doesn't add anything to the game, and you could easily, or it doesn't really add much, and you could easily play Spirit Tracks without, the touch controls. So I feel at that point either they should make it an option to use touch controls or regular controls, or just not include them. That's the thing, is I feel like, and companies are getting better about that, but like anything, if there's no need for it, if nothing gets enhanced by it, it's a pointless gimmick. Like, you can say motion controls are a gimmick, but if they have a point, if they add something to the experience, then they're not pointless. Ooh. But yeah, 3DS Paper Mario is looking pretty awesome. I'd actually recommend checking out the videos of the 3DS games. So let's open this chest, and we've seen this big chest before, so we know what's going to be in it. It's this guy. In case you ain't heard, I throw a lot of girth around these parts, and I'm gonna check you out to make sure you got the weight to hang with me. Alright, let's start by checking that face of yours. Dude has shaggy eyebrows, that's not even kinda girthy. You get 50 girth points. Head girth. Alright, I gotta check the girthiness of the clothes of yours. He's not wearing clothes. What's more girthy than a giant spike shell? That's worth 100 girth points. First check on the body coming up, that's where the real heavy comes in. Oh yeah, it does. Look at this guy. Look at him in the dictionary, he's the definition of girth. A super heavyweight right here. Bam! 10,000 girth points. The sheer girthitude on display here is blowing my mind. That's what she said. There's no getting around it. You got heavy like I've never seen before. Okay, I'm not even gonna keep making jokes about that because it's quite obvious this entire thing could be a whole "that's what she said" routine. And when I read this, I'm like when it's just hilarious dialogue. If you have like a mind like mine that sees innuendos in tons of things, which could be a good thing or a bad thing. Either way. We have Thudley, and Thudley can allow us to do ground pounds with his girth. With our girths combined, nobody can stop us. Nobody. So yeah, I think if you have Mario or Peach, I'm actually honestly curious as to what his dialogue would be for Peach. Now I wish I would have had Peach out. But anyway, yeah, that's what he does for Bowser, which Bowser is pretty girthy. He's got some major girth behind him. Just look at it. He's the definition of girth. But, so yeah, I do like the fact... I hope that, though, with going back to the RPG format, that they don't fall in the trap that TTYD did, which was okay for first-time sequel, but if they do it again, the whole trap of it being essentially the same game and the same setup. And, I'm hoping they'll kind of mix things up and make it a little bit more original. And from the looks of it, it does seem to be, doing that a bit more. The thing is, I wonder if that Chain Chomp partner they show, if he was just a filler character, or if he's actually I feel there's gonna be a Chain Chomp partner, but like the Chain Chomp partner was very, the partners in TTYD had more personality in terms of their appearance at least. So I'm wondering if they're going to like change the sprite for the final game and have him have more appearance. And here's a drawing that tells you how to use the post in the room previous before you went in this room to activate something. And now that we have Thudley, we can do that because Thudley can pound down, I guess pound down, but also ground pound post. Now I'm not sure this song. I know it almost feels like a remix. I don't know if it is though. I feel like it's almost a remix of the classic. It can't be the classic Underwater theme. Like it feels like it's definitely a remix of something, but it doesn't also sound that close to being a remix. Then again, though, there are some songs that are very tricky in being remixed in terms of that they're very subtle in their remixability. Like for example, Super Mario 64's. Yeah, they have some kind of the original sound, but Super Mario 64's Bomb on Battlefield theme is also the slider theme. Now again, very subtle. Like you'd have to actually. When I first listened to them and compared them, like, not really. And then I listened again, like, wait a minute, yeah, it's the same song. It's just they changed things up a little bit, and they sound quite different. They're basically two different. They're entirely two different songs, but they sound very They're very similar bass tune. Yeah, this definitely has a remix there. I almost feel... Is it the original Mario theme? Or the original Underwater theme? Or is it a different Underwater theme I'm thinking of? I'm almost thinking... It's not Jolly Roger Bay, is it? I don't know. I should know this. I'm a music guy. Or at least I like music. I'm a music buff. I wouldn't say I'm... Like, I couldn't write to music or sing for that matter. I suck at singing. If you couldn't tell by all of my horrible singing voice. Ooh, and I leveled up. I mean, I try, but I'm a little tone deaf. Bloop. I love how his body runs away. Bloop. What's going on? Well, you're about to find out. Also, fun fact, this is a remix. I know this is a remix of the Super Mario Bros. 3 Underwater theme, which I really love. I love that more than the original Super Mario Bros. Underwater theme. The Super Mario Bros. 3 one is just really fantastic. Anyway, if you couldn't tell, this is a blooper. And not just any blooper. The god of all bloopers, because this thing is friggin' huge. Look at that. That has to be like the king of all bloopers. Stick a crown on that thing and call him King Bloop. Yeah, that's definitely the Super Mario Bros. 3 Underwater theme. I'd rather not have a tentacle sandwich. That would be weird. So yeah, if you don't remember the second tip that the pixel at the beginning of this entire chapter, or this entire world, gave us, do something with the, was it toast, or just attack the red flipper thing? Well, he has a red flipper, and we will toast it with Bowser. And I think it's using Bowser speeds it up a little bit as opposed to using Mario, and considering how long this battle takes, because he has to cycle through 3 tentacles before getting to his red tentacle. Anywhere but there, but why is the red one? There's only one of them. I wonder. But yeah, whatever reason, he has 1 red tentacle, which is his weakness. He also has 2 yellow ones, which I guess are probably his hands. Which again begs the question what the red one is. I almost wish they would have kept with the, I mean, they're using the standard mini-boss theme, but I think that this battle would be so much better if they had the Super Mario Bros. 3, you know, had that be underwater music be a battle theme for this. That's something I like. As much as I like, you know, I like original battle themes quite a bit. I mean, that's something that Paper Mario, you know, the original game was so great about. I mean, Super Mario RPG had some great music. I loved the boss, big boss battle music, but it was the same for almost all of the enemies, except for, like, you know, the final boss and some, you know, an optional boss. It was the same music, so it didn't, you know, the specialized music add more personality to each boss, and I think I like it when each boss has their own kind of theme. Even mini bosses deserve a special theme. But yeah, that's about it, and that was the mini boss of this area. Fun fact: we have a boss in every one of these chapters. If I didn't mention it, and if I did mention it, fun fact: I mentioned it already. Also, fun fact, I've been liking this. I've been enjoying saying the word fun fact quite a bit lately, so, yeah. So, this has been Maker for 400, reminding you that this is the end of the chapter, and that facts can be quite fun, just like puppies. And chocolate.